In this video, I'll give you an overview of the brake system of the Trike Defender. Okay, see the brake calipers. So all three wheels have brake rotor and a brake caliper to stop the wheel. And these brake calipers have brake pads inside, like a car or motorcycle, and it has these holes. It hoses that communicate with the pump here, that is the brake lever. When you move the brake lever, we squeeze the brake lever, you're pushing the oil through like a piston, compress the oil through the hose, and the hose goes down. On the right side here we have a lever that pumps oil to both rear brakes at the same time. So, and on the left side you have the same thing, brake lever that pumps the oil through the hose to the front brake caliper. So the rear, this brake lever will pump through these holes, and this hose goes here, and under the box you see this part here. See, this part here is a kind of a splitter that the top hose comes and connects to the splitter, and then you have two hoses that carry the oil to the rear calipers. So things that can happen with this system here, let's say problems. If you have a leak of oil, the leak can happen internally on the master cylinder. It's very rare, but can happen. The leak can happen in the connection between the master cylinder and the hose. So to check that, you have to move this cap that covers the bolt, and this is the bolt, and you have to check if there's any leak, any oil coming out of this. But don't get confused here, because sometimes the oil, when you're adding oil to the system, the oil can drip and flows and it stops here and then. So better to clean everything and keep your watching. If you need to tight, or you can check with 8mm open end wrench, just put it here and give a little tight, a little bit more, it will compress and should be enough to seal. Okay, so let's put the cap back. So another point that you have to check is this splitter, if there's any oil coming under these parts here, under this block. If you suspect anything, it's always good to check. So with a 4mm Allen wrench, you can tight or check if these bolts are tight. Okay, the same on the other side. And to check the top one, it's a little, you don't have access, probably you will have to remove this bolt. And on the other side, here, you can remove this bolt, and if you remove this bolt, it will the whole block will come out, and then you have access to the top, to this top one here. Can you see this one? So you will have to remove this bolt first, and the whole block will come, you'll pull away. And so we need to know that there's no leak in this area, the connection, the fitting block. And then going back here, also we have to check if there's any leak or it's wet around this connection, the banjo connection to the brake caliper. So the same thing with the 4mm, you will check if this is tight enough. And another one is this bleeding bolt here. this bolt has to be tight, and you have to use it 7 mm wrench, and better to use this side here that will really fit in that bolt, you see, and then you will check if it's tight. So these are the points that can leak, and also it can leak inside here. That's a kind of major failure, that the pistons have, the seal is not holding the sealing the oil, and then everything gets wet, and then you have to replace the whole caliper. But this is very rare. So as the brake pads wear out, you will need to add oil to the system. Actually, there's a reservoir here. So when you open this little plug here, there's oil, there's additional oil here as the pads will wear out. Okay, don't lose this little bolt and or ring. Pay attention to this, because it's very easy to drop and you cannot find, and you have to make sure that the ring is there. So if you look inside, and you will see that this kind of there's a little bit of oil, and I think we need to fill this to top off. So we have like a bottle with the mineral oil, is this red one used for bicycle brakes. So we will add oil, top it off. So if you feel that the brakes are getting kind of soft and not enough braking power, they are going all the way to the handlebar when you squeeze, you may need to add oil, so it will come back to normal. So once you fill it up, you can see all the way. Now you will put it back, this plug, and you see there's a little excess of oil, and you will have to clean with the paper or rag. And okay, so this is normal maintenance, and in another video we'll show how to replace the brake pads when they are gone.